Okay, so in this video I'll be going over the Katarina versus Ryze matchup, and I consider this a defensive matchup, which you will see from the runes and starting items. As you can see, I'm not starting longsword this game, but let's go over the runes first. So in this game I'm taking 26 AP and 8 magic pen, that means magic pen marks, and AP quints and glyphs. And for starting items I'm going Dark Seal and 3 potions. Why 3 potions and not refillable potion? Because I want to sustain until level 6. I don't want to leave lane until level 6, and I want to have a scaling matchup, generally. That's also why you see me take Flash Ghost. Flash Ghost are more on the defensive side in lane, and more on the snowbally side in the late game. Why is that? Because it is sometimes very hard to catch up to enemies because of your low base movement speed and because you don't build Ludens anymore. So Ghost really helps with that, and Ignite is kinda useless in the late game. It's a little bit of extra damage, but with your high damage values, especially if you snowball, you're not going to need that extra damage. Okay, so as the matchup starts, I'm just going to want to farm safely in the lane. And that is also why I take Dark Seal. Longsword would be a more offensive start. Right now I'm just trying to sustain, and Dark Seal gives me that sustain. Some poke I take, that's not too bad. I have Feast, I have my potions, and I just try to last it. Like, I'll go for these minions that would like give me one auto attack or one E, but I know that he doesn't really do that much damage. He doesn't have Thunder Lords, he's running Storm Raiders, so he's also going for a scaling playstyle. As you should with Ryze, but the difference is that Ryze is only really gonna get strong if he snowballs or at like minute 30, just a little bit like Vayne. Yeah, that's a parallel. So, yeah, I'm just last hitting. I hit level 2 and I don't all-in, as you can see. I just want that farm, I just want that CS. There's no point in me all-inning on him. He has his shield, and I don't go for the early game damage in this game. So the general winning strategy against Ryze is to abuse that he is weak at level 6 in comparison with you. So, I want to stop right here. The trade that you just saw would have been a favorable trade in any other matchup where I go Ignite and 80 runes and Longsword start, but he actually missed his Q. So this was an even trade. That was an error on him to miss his Q. It was an even trade, which is not actually something that you want. I would argue that this might have been a mistake on my part, because if the enemy jungler had been there, I would probably have died or be forced to use a summoner spell. So even though I engaged on level 2, generally you do not want to do that. That was an error on my part, I'll say that much. Okay, so we'll continue farming. I will hit level 3 very soon, but I will still not go for an engage. Okay. I let him shove me into the turret. I will lose a little bit of CS because of the turret. Not that much, but it's fine because I'm able to freeze the lane near my turret. Make him force him to walk up to CS. So you're gonna see me miss every single CS right here. And one more, I think. Yes. Okay. So that was tilting. All right. Okay. Nothing much is happening right now. Let me see if I can fast forward this. I think I make another mistake. Wait. No, that was just a gank. Nothing important. Okay, so right here, I go for an engage. Okay, why is this not a good idea? Level 6 is pretty close, as you can see right here. The XP bar is already 50% full. And I'm pretty sure I can at least force a summoner if I all-in him at level 6, which is something that I will show you later. So all-inning right now is just risky. If he out-damages me, I have to back out, maybe use a summoner spell, and even if I out-damage him, the most I can probably get is Ghost, because he's so near to the turret. So I do the usual combo, EW, Q, he has to run away, realizes that I threw the Q, runs in the other direction, but still is on the Q dagger, so I can E him and the dagger for a lot of damage, auto attack him, and then walk out. Because in the usual scenario, if I was AD with Ignite, he would be so low that I would be able to kill him with auto attack, E auto attack, or something like that. But that's the problem. I don't run Ghost, I don't have AD, and he's able to chase after me. Luckily, I'm able to jump on the minion that's still there. But that was definitely a bad idea. So if I was unlucky, he would back right now and deny my chance to kill him at level 6. But since he doesn't, that's actually favorable for me. So we will see what happens in the next wave. Because what I do is rather radical. It's a nifty little trick, and he didn't see it coming. Maybe you won't either. So if you look at my XP bar, it is almost full, and I know that this cannon minion is gonna give me level 6. So keep that in mind as you see what happens right now. Okay, so the cannon minion gets really low. I don't last hit it, but I walk up just as it dies and do my combo onto him. So this is how you want to play a Katarina versus Ryze matchup. A lot of people tell me that Ryze is really annoying and very hard to play against, but I don't think that's necessarily true. I think you can make a very good scaling matchup out of this Katarina versus Ryze matchup. You'll still be able to kill him at level 6, just farm safely under a turret, get pushed in, learn how to CS with Shampoo and Q and W under turret, get all the minions. I'm pretty sure he's outstacing me by a little bit, but not that much. So what I do right now is, since I have like 1,300 gold and I have my AP runes and the Dark Seal stacks, I just go for flat AP. I'm just gonna start going Ryze and go for maybe a Zhonya's next, or maybe a Rabadon if I'm really fat. But this is usually the way to go against Ryze. You can go for an early all-in with full AD runes, with Magic Pen, and with a longsword start, but it doesn't have to work. If you all-in him at level 2, he can just get a shield and walk back out. You'll be able to win the trade. Maybe he has to back, but then again, all he wants is tier, so he'll probably have the gold. He won't be crippled that much by that all-in. He'll probably not kill him because most Ryzes run Flash Ghost, and he's able to get out of there pretty easily. Yeah, what else can be said against Ryze? Be very careful, because he's going to get really strong in the late game. If you play against Ryze, you usually want to really go for that level 6 all-in. Like I said, it's a scaling matchup, but you kind of need the level 6 kill. In that case, Ryze is actually pretty strong against Katarina, because he does outscale if she does not get ahead in any way. But luckily, Katarina is pretty good at getting ahead, so I do not consider this matchup of Katarina Kata at all. I quite enjoy laning against it. So, yeah, that will be all for this video. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments below. Thank you for watching.